Hello everyone. Now in this class we are going to be discussing linked list. There is one more data structure we are discussing in this video lecture. In previous class we discussed algorithm for NQ operation and DQ operations. In those we discussed how we are inserting a data item into Q data structure and how we are going to be deleting a data item from Q data structure. Those are with help of NQ, means insertion an element into Q data structure, and DQ, it is nothing but deleted data item from Q data structure. Now we are discussing one more data structure called as a linked list. Before we discuss this linked list, just I want to revise the disadvantage of arrays. If we are going to be using an array data structure or array which is a static structure. Static structure means which does not allow you to increase or decrease the size of the array at runtime. Means whatever the memory we are going to be allocating from array data structure, it is a fixed. It is not possible to alter. But what we are discussing in this class is a linked list. It is a dynamic in nature. Dynamic in nature means it is also called, by using this we are going to be implementing a dynamic memory allocation. Dynamic memory allocation means at execution time we are allowed to increase or decrease the size of the given data structure, which facility is provided or implemented with help of this linked list data structure. By using linked list we can implement dynamic memory allocation, which is nothing but at runtime we are allowed to increase size of a particular data structure as well as decrease the size of the particular data structure, which is implemented using this linked list data structure. Now we need to discuss what do you mean by linked list. Simple definition: linked list is a linear collection of data items called as node. Linked list is a linear collection of data items called as node. Node contains two parts. Those are data part or data field or address field. Data field contains actual data item, means what we want to store in that data structure, which is stored in a data field. The next one is address field. Address field contains address of the next node, means while we are going to be access the next element, that is going to be accessed with help of this address field. Now we are going to see with an example what is linked list. Linked list is a linear collection of data items called as node. Node contains two parts. Those are data field and address field. Data field contains actual data item. Address field contains address of the next node. See this example, this whole thing is called as a node. The whole thing is called as a node. If we are going to be collecting these different kinds of nodes which constitute or frame and linked list, the single node contains two different parts. Those are data field and address field. The data field contains actual data item, means what we want to store in a data structure, that is stored by this, that is going to be stored in this data field. The next one is address field. Address field means in which we are storing the address of the next node. We don't know in memory. It is possible to store somewhere in that memory location. If we want to access that data item, it is only possible with help of this address. If you took an array example, in array it is possible to store all those elements in a consecutive memory locations. Means we are allowed to store the elements in an array data structure one after the other. Right? If you want to store randomly in the computer memory with help of array, it is not possible. But it is possible with help of linked list. You are allowed to store these single nodes anywhere in the memory. With help of this address, we can easily retrieve or easily access the next element of that data structure. It is the advantage of linked list data structure. Now we are going to discuss types of linked list. There are three different types of linked lists are there. Those are singly linked list, circular linked list, and one more is doubly linked list. one more is doubly linked list. Now we are going to discuss first one is singly linked list. What do you mean by singly linked list? Simple definition as same as a definition of linked list. Singly linked list is also a linear collection of data items called as nodes. Node contains a two part, data part or data field or a address field. Data field or address field. Data field contains actual data item. Address field contains address of the next node. In which, in singly linked list, the part it is a normal definition of singly linked list. After there are two more important points which we need to be remembered in singly linked list. In singly linked list, start pointer contains address of the first node. Start pointer contains address of the first node, and last node address will contains null pointer. Last node address will contains null pointer, because I told when discussing data field and address field, these actual data field contains data. Let us consider I want to store 30, 40 and 50. 40, 50 and 30, 40 and 50. Right? Let us consider address of this node is 115. 115. Address of this field is 120. 120. Address of this field is 512. 512. 512. Now you want to know that how it is working in a computer. See this one, single linked list is simply linear collection of data items called as node. Node contains two parts, data part, data field and address field. Data field contains actual data item, what we want to store in that data structure. Address field contains address of the next node. Means I stored a data item 40 in memory location 120. Then how this data item is going to be accessed? This data item is going to be sequentially accessed with the help of this address field. If I am going to be accessing 120, which means that which is going to be accessing in data item 40. After that 40, I want to access in 50. That is only possible with the help of this address field. This address field contains address of the next node. Address of the next node. Within this, we are having two more important points. Those are start pointer and the address field of a last node. Address field of a last node. Start pointer contains address of the first node, because if you want among, I told linked list is a linear collection of data items. If I told linear collection of data items called as node, from which node I need to be start. For that we have to have some start pointer which tells from which node we need to be start at beginning looking at into that data structure. That's why we require the start pointer. This start pointer contains address of the first node. Start pointer contains address of the first node, and last node address field contains null pointer. Last node address field contains null pointer. Why address field contains null pointer? Because in this data structure I have collected only three nodes. If we are mentioning any address here, it means that which is going to be redirecting that link to some other data item in the given computer memory. If I am going to mentioning null, which means that which is the last node of this data structure. After that, there are no more data items or no more nodes are going to be existing in this data structure. That's why the last node address will contains a null pointer. Last node address will contains null pointer. In the same way, circular link. Circular linked list is also a linear collection of data items in which last node contains address of the first node. Last node contains address of the first node, and the start pointer contains address of the first node. You need to remember, circular linked list is also a linked list which is linear collection of data items, but in which last node contains address of the first node, so that these data items are going to be organized in the form of circular fashions. That's why it's called as a circular linked list. Circular linked list. Start pointer contains address of the first one. Why we require start pointer? Because among these I need to begin with any one particular node. That's why we require start pointer, which start or which initiates for reading these data items in a given data structure. Right? After that, we want to repetitively visit. That is simply done with help of this last node. If visiting the last node, once you want to begin with the once you want to start with the first node, then simply last node contains address of the first node, that we can start with the first node. Or if you want to searching, sorting, whatever the operation which we want to perform, those are going to be done on any linked list. These are going to be done with help of visiting first node. If you want to revisit first node, then I need to be come to the last node and start with first node. But it is in this not possible. If you want to, you were in the middle of this linked list and you want to revisit the first node, it is not possible. We have to end this linked list. Once again, we need to begin from the start pointer. Once again, we need to begin from the start pointer. But in this, not the case. You were middle in the linked list. You need to traverse up to the last node. Once you reach to the last node, it once again starts with the first node. We don't need to be start with the start pointer. In this, every time if you want to tracing or if you want to travel, we have to start with the start pointer. But in this circular linked list, that is not the case, because last node contains address of the first node. So visiting the last node, which is redirecting to the first node of this given data structure. That is circular linked list. One more is there, that is circular linked list. Circular linked list we are going to discuss in next class.